Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel where we talk about all things related to urban planning and design. Today's topic is urban planning techniques. Cities and towns across the world are increasingly facing natural and man-made disasters. From hurricanes to earthquakes to terrorist attacks, disasters can strike anywhere at any time. But many communities are taking proactive steps to both prevent and prepare for disasters. Some communities are implementing hazard mitigation plans to disaster-proof themselves and reduce the risk of known hazards in the community. These plans examine potential threats to the community and put new programs or regulations into place to limit the number of new buildings in areas that are likely to flood or strengthen infrastructure against potential disasters. But even with the best planning, disasters can still strike. That's why many communities have adopted disaster response plans that provide a blueprint for how the community will respond in the event of a disaster. These plans ensure that first responders and community members know what to do in an emergency. After a disaster has struck, communities are coming together to recover and rebuild. Post-disaster recovery plans guide communities in the process of rebuilding and getting back on their feet. These plans can help minimize losses and ensure that the community emerges stronger and more resilient than before. From hazard mitigation plans to disaster response plans to post-disaster recovery plans, communities across the United States and around the world are working to become resilient communities. By taking proactive steps to prevent and prepare for disasters, we can help ensure that our communities are ready for whatever comes our way. Do you know what is essential to the success of any community? It is a healthy local economy. However, this can be a challenging feat. Many communities have experienced periods of business closings, job losses, and increases in poverty and hardship. Fortunately, economic development planning can help. Economic development planning is a way to strengthen the local economy by creating more good jobs in stable businesses and industries. There are several approaches to economic development planning, including building on local assets and attracting new businesses. Building on local assets means using existing resources to promote economic development. This could involve helping existing businesses expand or working with local colleges and hospitals to develop new products and services. Cities and towns can also prepare people to work in good jobs and provide good places for businesses to expand through land use planning. Attracting new businesses is another way to bolster the local economy. Cities and towns try to find good places for new companies and provide financial or tax incentives to make a new location more attractive to potential investors. Economic development programs may cost millions of dollars in government support and involve not just cities and towns but also state and federal government agencies. Many cities and towns have recently adopted strategic economic development plans that deal specifically with economic development issues and are intended to stimulate the economy in the short term. Economic development planning is essential for maintaining a strong local economy and creating opportunities for growth and success. The world is changing, and so are its cities. With over half of the world's population living in cities and urban areas, it's more important than ever to plan for the future. Over the next 40 years, the number of city dwellers is expected to rise to over 6 billion, with most of the growth happening in poorer countries. This presents two major challenges for city planners. First, cities are getting bigger. In 1950, only New York City and Tokyo had populations of over 10 million people. By 2025, there will be more than 24 cities with populations over 10 million, with some expected to exceed 20 million. Second, there's a growing divide between rich and poor cities. By 2025, 5 billion people are expected to be living in cities in poor countries, where economic resources are limited. In a global age, cities are connected through vast social, economic, electronic, and political networks, so planning for the world's growing cities is a two-way street between rich and poor places. As the world's urban population is set to nearly double in the near future, it's clear that we've only just begun to plan for the cities of the future. Wealthy cities can share their ideas and resources with poorer cities, while poorer cities may come up with inexpensive solutions for urban problems that can be used throughout the world. The challenge for city planners is to find sustainable solutions that work for everyone, regardless of their economic status. With careful planning and collaboration, we can create cities that are livable, sustainable, and equitable for all. In conclusion, cities and towns face a multitude of challenges, from climate change to economic development to population growth. But by planning ahead and adopting innovative solutions, communities can create a better future for themselves and their residents. Whether it's implementing sustainable practices to combat climate change, investing in local businesses to stimulate economic growth, or planning for the future of rapidly growing cities, there are countless ways that communities can work together to build a brighter tomorrow. By focusing on collaboration, innovation, and resilience, cities and towns can thrive and create a better future for all who call them home. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos on urban planning and design. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.